Lean in, lock in, listen. Today I'm talking about the labor of leading. That's what I'm talking about, the labor of leading. And I want to begin by asking you a very relevant, pertinent question. That is, how healthy are you emotionally? Now, I want you to think about that. What is your emotional scorecard? What is your emotional scoreboard? What does it look like when it comes from the aspect of self esteem and self concept and self care? Or are you really committing self sabotage? What is the state of your wellness? What is the state of your interpersonal health? And how is it in regard to the state of your physical well being? 3 John chapter 2 mentions this, said, "Beloved, I would that you would prosper and be in good health, even as your soul prospers." And the question becomes, how are we prospering? How are we even in good health when 70% of the diseases that most people die from are preventable? Yeah, 70% of the diseases that most people die from are preventable. And you can't spell health without the word heal. And here's what I understand. We're going to have to do that from the inside out. We have to heal from the inside out. I don't know if you ever prayed this prayer. I don't know if you ever prayed this prayer, and that is, Lord, if I'm a rubber band, please help me to understand. Please let me know, because I'm being stretched on all sides. Lord, if I'm a rubber band, just tell a brother. Let me know. If you're like me, well, then you think that just might be. Because the question becomes, have you ever been stretched to your capacity? Have you ever been stretched beyond your capacity? Many of us, as I'm talking to you today, we're really the modern day Stretch Armstrong. Mentally stretched, physically stretched, emotionally stretched. Your children are stretching you. Your job is stretching you. The demands of life are stretching you. You feel as if, your responsibilities and your relationships are stretching you. Obligations are stretching you. And here's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to corral the stretch by enacting some healthy boundaries. You're going to have to get a hold of the stretch because it feels as if life is just hanging and hovering over your shoulders. And it's not a good feeling. That's when neck pains and neck cramps take place. When it feels as if the weight of the world is on your shoulders and you are not obligated to carry the weight of the world. You're not obligated to carry the weight of everybody else's expectations. You're not obligated to carry the weight of people's obligations and everybody else's emergency, because everybody else's emergency is not yours. You have to create some margin. You have to create some space for you to breathe and for you to believe. If not, you're going to suffocate in silence. If not, you're going to always be leading while you're bleeding. Hear me. You will always be healing other folks while you're the one hemorrhaging and hurting. And when you think about it, especially those of you who I'm talking to who are caregivers, who are always there to extend a helping hand to other people, who in many cases, you're overextending yourself. And you need to move into a greater place of self-preservation. What do you do when you pour out so much but nobody pours back into you? Here's what I understand. Number one, an encourager needs to be encouraged. The labor of leading moves you into this particular place that you've got to be a source of encouragement to yourself, and you got to surround yourself with other individuals who are going to encourage you. You cannot pour from an empty cup. You got to put yourself on your calendar. You have to build boundaries for self-preservation. You got to speak life into your life. You have to affirm yourself. You won't be good to anyone else if you're not first good to and for yourself. Who pours back into you? How do you pour back into yourself? So many times people are siphoning from you. So many times people are draining you. So many times people are poking holes in your cup. So many times people waste your pour. Who pours back into you? You got to find a way so that you can pour back into yourself. When I think about the whole aspect of the labor of leading, here's what I understand. Secondly, number one, you got to be an encourager. Encourager needs encouragement. Secondly, when you talk about the labor of leading, you have to be a servant leader. This is what I love. This quote I love. Service is the rent that we pay for the space that we occupy. Servant leaders are not going to be judged by how well they lead only and solely, but they're going to be judged by how well they serve. Servant leadership is not about what it says. Servant leadership is about what it does. And here's what I understand. Works will always outweigh words. There's no big I's. There's no little U's when it comes to being a leader. True servant leadership is about more concerned about we than it is about me. It's more concerned about us than it is about I. Malcolm X, he says this. He said, the great Malcolm X said that even when I is replaced with we, even illness becomes a wellness. When we're looking at the wellness of and the totality of who it is that we are, we have to be a servant leader from that aspect to where we are improving the lives of other people. We're improving the lives of other people. So many people are so caught up in themselves that they can't think about anybody else. It's all about I and give the rest of the vowels back. It's all about padding their pockets. It's all about their clout and their claim and their fame, but not the transformation that it brings to other people. That's why I do this podcast, because I'm intent on leaning in, locking in, and empowering you to listen so that you can level up in every specific area and avenue of your life. Because understand that you are an encourager, and an encourager needs to be encouraged. You got to find ways for you to encourage yourself. You are a servant leader. You are the leader that somebody else is looking for. Like I've said this before, and I'll say it over and over again. I'll keep saying it. Somebody's waiting for you to become who you are so they can become who they're supposed to be. Here's the question. How much longer will you make them wait? Now is the time. Now is the time. Last but not least, what I understand on this, when we're talking about the labor of leading, here's what I understand. I understand that change is strange. Yeah, I understand that change is strange. What do I mean by that? If you don't take change by the hand, change will take you by the throat. Come on, look at your neighborhood. Does it look the same now that it did when you were growing up? Come on, look at with your spouse in your house. Look at your wedding photos. The photos that you took on the wedding day versus the photos that you all take now, or even how you look like now. Do you look the same? Come on, find your childhood photo. Yeah, find your childhood photo. Do you look the same when you were 9 and now you look as, I don't know, if you're 29, 39, 49, 59, I don't know. In comparison to that time capsule, that interval of time, of course, it all is different. Of course, things change. And the more things change, sadly enough, for some people, the more they stay the same. But if you don't evolve, you won't be involved. What are you going to do to move the needle forward? What are you going to do to shift the paradigm? What are you going to do? You got to do something different to get something different. What is something that you must change, that you need to change, that you know you need to push the envelope in your industry? And if you push that envelope in your industry, it's going to change the game. It's going to change the dynamic. It's going to shift you out of generational curses into generational blessings. Come on, change is strange. I get it. But you got to do something different to get something different. No need of you hustling backwards. No need of you staying stagnant and stuck like Chuck in a pickup truck. No need of you remaining who it is that you are and where it is that you are when you know that you're not reaching your full capacity and walking in the power of your actuality. Now's the time to do it. Got to encourage yourself. Come on, empower yourself. David said in scripture, I will encourage myself in the Lord. Pat your own self on the back. Stop waiting for everybody else to pat you on the back, because a lot of times I realize most people are only patting you on the back to find the softest spot for where to stab you in the back. Do it for yourself. Do it for yourself. Got to lean into who it is that you are. Got to lean into the greatness of what it is that you do and how you serve as a servant leader. The greatest among us shall be a servant. Too many of us are having GOAT conversations. Who's the greatest of all time? Who's the greatest of all time? Yeah, we do it for basketball. Jordan or LeBron. It's Jordan, of course. But that's without being said. Who can serve? Serving for the greater good is what it's all about. And of course, leaning into the whole aspect that you got to change. There's something that you need to change. Change your appetite, change your diet, change how you think, change the people you're around. If you can't change the people that you're around, change the people that you're around, change the level of what it is that you are doing and how it is that you need to increase your work ethic and your capacity and your sweat equity. Come on, changing systems and modalities so that you can get system structure solutions so that you can shift the trajectory and shift the paradigm in your life. Strategy, structure, solutions, and systems to take your vision to another dimension. This is what it's all about. This is what you can do. Yes, it's laborious. Yes, there's a labor in leading. Yes, it becomes a little bit boring sometimes. But here's the thing I understand about it. Consistency yields results. Inconsistency makes you barren. Consistency makes you fruitful. If you can stay faithful, I guarantee you will be fruitful. Guess what? As you yield, you're going to produce the greatest yield. What I mean by that, that yield is a harvest. Come on, look at what's in your hand. The question that God asked Moses in Exodus is the same question that God is asking you now. What is that in your hand? Come on, look at that gift. What is that in your hand? Those witty ideas, that witty ideas of those inventions, that intellectuality, that cognitive development. What is that in your hand? That book, that business, that opportunity. Now is the time not to discard of it, not to drop it, but to stir it up. And I guarantee you, if you can just be faithful, you will be fruitful. Get a book that's going to empower you to be fruitful. And that is, it's my 19th book, y'all. Know Your No. Book number 19. Yes, it went number 1 on Amazon. How to Build Healthy Boundaries and Love Without Losing Yourself. I'm grateful for all of you who have supported. Those of you who know you need to support. You want to build healthy boundaries. You need to build healthy boundaries. This is that book. Go ahead and get it right now. It's available on Amazon as an ebook. It's available as a hard copy. You can get signed copies on my website, EddieConnor.com. Put some respect on my name, family. EddieConnor.com. Go get the book. It's a riveting read, and when you read it, it's going to read you. It's going to tell you the truth. Straight truth all the way. Straight truth, no chaser. Go get it right now. Know your know who to know, so that you can step into your season of yes. I want you to say yes to my amazing Eagles community. You need to be in a community that's systematic. You need to be in a community that's going to build you and that's going to empower you. You keep sitting on the sidelines when you need to engage on the front lines. You need to get serious about your growth. You need to get serious about who it is that you are. You need to get serious about the calling on your life. You need to get serious about increasing your greatness, increasing your ideas, your impact, your influence. You need to get serious about it. And if you're serious, I want you to go right now to theeaglesacademy.com. Go right now. You know you need to be in a place of impact. You know you need to be in a place of empowerment and influence. Join my community right now, the Eagles Academy. When you get there, tap the Join Now button, theeaglesacademy.com. When you get there, tap the Join Now button, fill out the form, be transformed, be a part of my coaching, be a part of my mentoring sessions, be a part of my real talk Q&As, be a part of connecting with global leaders, locally, nationally, globally, who are all about accountability and purpose and perfecting their life. theeaglesacademy.com. I want to see your face in our digital space. And I know it's going to yield another level of transformation. I hope you were transformed by this conversation. You're going to definitely be transformed by being a member of my Eagles community. And of course, if this was transformative to you, drop a Cash App. Yeah, I can continue to do the work that I've been doing in the community, in the kingdom, mentoring, empowering, not just online, but also offline. Drop a Cash App, $Dr. Eddie Ministries, PayPal, info@EddieConnor.com, Zelle, EddieConnorJr at gmail.com. Yes, once again, Cash App, $Dr. Eddie Ministries, PayPal, info@EddieConnor.com, Zelle as well, EddieConnorJr at gmail.com. Links are in the description of this video for how and where to give. I hope I keep giving you that inspiration, that empowerment. I definitely appreciate your support. Really means a lot when you hit that thumbs up button and when you hit that like button as well on this video. I've been growing your greatness. Help me to grow our channel for change, our channel that creates change, our channel that breaks chains. It's yours truly, Dr. Eddie, your main man, 100 grand, your brother from another mother. And I mean that. Family has been fun, but you know, brother, got to run. So I want you to know it's been a privilege and a pleasure, treating a treasure, a joy beyond measure. But I want you, yes, you, I'm talking to you, to remember to keep the faith and believe it's going to be bigger, better, brighter, peace, and a whole lot of love. Keep soaring higher. I want you to go ahead and get your hands on my new book, Know Your No. It's all about how to build healthy boundaries and love without losing yourself. Boundaries are not limitations. Boundaries are for liberation. And you're going to find a way to unbox yourself. You're going to find a way to really love yourself and to move into a place of emotional regulation, to stand your ground, to draw a line in the sand, stand 10 toes down on it. Don't do the electric slide. Don't moonwalk away from it, but really stand wholeheartedly down on what it is that you say. It's for your protection. It's for your self-care. Moves you into a greater place of self-awareness and emotional regulation, and developing your mental health and creating boundaries so that you can abound to a new and a greater level. Go right now to get a signed copy at EddieConnor.com. EddieConnor.com. And then, of course, you can also get it on Amazon. Go and get the book right